All right, it's live.
It looks like we're live
here. Yeah, we live on it's on Facebook now, so you grab it from Facebook. It's on
so is it on
YouTube.
What is it under?
Facebook page. His profile should pop up. You'll see. Yep, that's me. We connected on Facebook, right? That would help. I believe we are.
I think we are. Is it Mike Jackson or Michael Jackson?
Yeah, we are. Mike. My mama called me Michael.
There you go. I got you.
Yep. So then, Tracy, you can grab it from James. You'll go to his page. Be formally live. Ain't nobody watching yet. Oh, somebody watching now, but wasn't nobody watching. Share this, and now Tracy, you can go to his page, and then you can, so that way you're, and then we all good, good in the hood. Can't really see the flyer in the background, but it's.
I see it.
Oh man, it's back. So Trace, let me know, and then we're rolling formally. Facebook. I'm about to put this Braves Phillies game on my phone. I know that. Oh, we lost Trace that. He probably got cut off trying to shoot. So that's where the it's a great tool, but it's definitely so. Now, James, you dark too, bro. Well, for those, I am to, at least right now, the founders of JAX Cigar Fest, Jacksonville Cigar Fest. James, also a fellow FAMU alumni in the building. Marching 100 too, right? Yes, sir. So, Tracy, technically, and then my partner BT. Here comes Tracy. The other half of Diamante Roja. He'll probably join in a minute. But there she go. There go Tracy. So, yeah, what we wanted to do is kind of, get on and y'all to the folks, JAX Cigar Fest. Anything about it that's important to y'all. Me first, on behalf of me and Brian, we thank y'all for letting us be involved with JAX Cigar Fest. Years, we've had a great, been able to help, help where we can help. A lot of help on Saturday, James. But yeah, man, we appreciate like I said. So happy to have y'all on here. Folks been asking, when's it gonna do another one? So and then James said, I was like, shit, this is perfect time. Let's do something. So without Tracy, we'll start with the ladies first. I know you got. I'll let you say hello and kind of what you want to talk about.
Well, first of all, I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike, for giving it. I still feel like I got a little fuzzy brain. Excuse me, everybody from all over the place. It was a crazy weekend. Together from our amazing weekend it was. I really must say thank you to my team first, my partners, of course, you, Mike, Ernst, James, my business partner in life and ultimate CEO, Antonius. We call him AT. I thank you all because one person execute such an amazing event. One person could try, and I've done events in my past. James specializes in events. But to have a team of people that you can depend on and trust upon, and they have your back, it's quite amazing. I mean, it's nothing better than the word spectacular because it just goes to show what can happen when you have people that you can trust, when you have partners that are professional, and that are bright and brilliant and in so many different ways and different facets of every industry that we represent. Because really, it's a cigar industry, but you represent all different walks of life, and so it's quite a blessing to have you guys. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. If I hadn't told each of you in your respective rights enough, I appreciate the help and support, and that y'all deal with me, because I know I can be a little, James, where you went? You see James disappear? Hey, I'm Tracy Irvin. I know you better than anybody, but y'all know, first of all, my heart is in it. My heart is in it, so I know y'all take that first. So that I appreciate. And then I must say that the bigger and better thing that we did this year, that we were able to do, our support team and staff. Oh my God. From last year to this year, I could tell over 60-70% of an improvement in how we executed things. And just like we still, of course, there's still going to be hard work and a few sharp edges and little curves here and there, but having that support team that we had, with just some of our Goodfellas Lounge members, some of our just this James team, Vaughn, of course. I'm not starting naming people because I forget somebody, but they know who they are. Just all of our support team, they were spectacular. We're definitely going to grow that. I would like to continue to grow that division of JAX Cigar Fest and having a support staff, because they were integral part of us having ease of transition from place to place to place. So thank you to them. Also, Goodfellas Cigar Lounge, of where I am the general manager and co-owner. My partner Scott Hendricks, and all of our partners, they were just amazing at helping us, making sure that we had the spot that we needed to make our home site comfortable as far as the cigar lounge goes. And I can't say thank you enough to all of our Goodfellas bartenders, and staff. They were amazing to help everything transition really smoothly. The Cigar Fest 2022 was spectacular. From the Porsche dealership folks, I people are still coming in the lounge talking about that. You guys, I don't know if you all realize that. People are saying, I've never seen something like that ever. And they were just fascinated. The fact that we had Porsche, that we were on the water at one call. I mean, we just had, and people just, I don't know if they knew what to expect. So they just definitely were just in awe of our locations. So I can say, y'all think y'all saw something this year. You think you saw something. You just wait to 2023. We're going to keep pushing forward and moving forward. I want to say I appreciate all of our guests and attendees, those who came near and far. I'm always so impressed. Of course, I love my local folks, but I'm always so impressed at the out-of-towners that take the time and investment and their time to travel. When you travel somewhere, that's saying something. That's saying something. You know, you could be anywhere in the world, but travel somewhere for one and take your time and money to get on hotel. That's when you believe, and that goes a long way with me. And I watch them because I try to get to every cigar fest, every cigar event that they have all over. So I'm sure I forgot something. Just I just appreciate the show.
Oh, good.
And we picked a perfect time. The weather was amazing. From last year to this year, the weather changed like 20 degrees, 30 degrees. I mean, it was just amazing. So I like the time of year that we chose this time. So I would like for us to keep that going. Just to my team, that's a side note. We'll talk about specifics about that later. But I'll back out and let you all now have the floor. And if there's something y'all feel like I need to mention, I will say so.
All right, cool. Appreciate you. And I'll say too, to your space, like I'm coming from out of town. I'm seeing people that I know from out of town. There's people that came down from Philly. I'm like, I didn't know you was coming,
I know.
And I'm like, oh, like, okay, that's love. I appreciate that, because it takes something, but I'm gonna get out here and check, definitely more for there than anybody else, because Jacksonville is its own. But Atlanta, parts of Georgia, like people from everywhere, man. So it was Tennessee. Like it was a good look, man. Like though I'm off still being an outsider looking at last year, big jump, right? Like I saw that. The vibe to the shit was really, really good. I just think this year, I'm looking forward to what happens next. But James.
Well, Mike, since I have to go, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I must say I have to do it while I'm thinking. Y'all know I got right now, but the cigar vendors, let me tell you, the professionalism.
You went off on a straight.
I'm sorry, y'all got me back.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm multitasking again. I apologize, you guys. But so the cigar vendors, we had some of the same cigar vendors, and then we had some new ones. And I must say, like I know every one of them personally, and they were all so professional. And I look back at how they were talking to some of the customers. They not only sold their product, they talked to them about the blends and where the blends came from. They educated too. So I was thoroughly impressed by that. I must say I didn't mention that a lot to AT, but because we haven't had the chance to talk about it, but I'm very looking forward to future Cigar Fest having that same type of copycat type of cigar manufacturer, cigar vendor, just motivation to be able to talk to the customers in that type of way with that passion. So that was amazing. Now I'm done, I think.
Agreed. Yep. Agreed. Good people for sure. Shout out to Tony Maserati, y'all out there. Go ahead, Ross. What's your brother?
We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Can't hear you, brother.
Unmute.
We just can't hear you. Now his signal.
Tell him he on mute.
That's
Type
what it is. Yeah.
Oh, text him and tell me.
Can't hear you.
Oh.
Nah, it's like your signal is low wherever you at. You got. Stop. Nope, I heard you 5 minutes ago. I don't know what happened, but like I said, your signal just still red. Keep. Still go, Tracy.
I don't know if we can't hear him, and I know that's something great to say.
Let me turn up his volume over here. Your signal's still red, brother. Huntsville, little nowhere with spaceships and whatnot. So, I was just down about a month ago. Yeah, he cut off. I figured. Shit, yours is red. Might just be me talking about Jacksonville while we wait for James to come back. Here you go. Any green. So here you go.
What about now? Good evening, everyone. What I basically covered so much, man. And I mean, it isn't really much to say, but I'm just thanking from all over the country, all of the local customers that came out. Just appreciative of you guys coming out. But most importantly, man, I want to thank our sponsors, man. I want to thank Financial Advisor for Prudential for being a big sponsor. Desiree John Influencer, the law offices of Kevin Cobbin for being a sponsor, as well, and most definitely King Palace Cigar for being our cigar sponsor for this event also, and most definitely Goodfellas for opening their doors up for us, for having a successful 4-day event starting right at Goodfellas Cigar Bar and Lounge. I mean, I want to say Tracy, maybe about 5-6 months as far as marketing. And we just learned so much from what we've seen out of you guys, Mike, Diamante, what you got, what Ernest does out of Orlando with JD Events. When I went to his Cigar Fest 2 years ago, we have to do this in Jacksonville. So the first person I came to was him, and then the second, because I knew Tracy had the cigar culture on lock, as far as she was all over the place. So we were just trying to bring in all of the tastemakers and the entertainment world together to try to put on a successful event. And a lot of people from out of town, the cigar vendors, man, talk about how lovely it is, and I still feel that we're still in the infancy stage of where we're going to be, bringing me, Ernest, as far as the entertainment side, you guys on the cigar together. This thing is going to be amazing, man. The years to come. So, man, being a part of this, very, very exhausted, tired, but it was well worth it. So, I most definitely want to continue to do this moving forward in years to come, man. I'm just so appreciative of everything that we did this year.
I can say this part too, man. Like
all of them. Go ahead,
James. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I just want to give I think Tracy, if you're still there, Tracy. I mean, these cigar vendors, man, they were so cool. I mean, I got half of the numbers already, and I think the cigar vendors we use, just cool and mobile cigars, conscious cigars, Charmal, King Palace, Ultimate CEO,
Straight Bella,
Bella out of Orlando. She was a little late, but she made it, and man, look, almost sold out.
and her arm was hurt up. And her arm,
yeah, she hurt herself.
Say it again.
Yeah.
her arm was hurt up.
She at home. She had a shoulder issue or something. She's in a sling. She came out there in a sling. Still.
Oh yeah. She came out there in a sling, and she was. Man, yeah. So
slinging them sticks.
She really did a great job. So yeah. So big up. Go ahead, Mike. But I just want to give a big up to the cigar. It was beautiful. So I think we'll have double that next year. Once everybody see, we're looking for that thing.
I hadn't really been to Jacksonville like that, you know. Last year, but we were at Island Girl and the A-Loft, right? So, and then I came down another time, going back to Island and Aroma. So and then to have, you know, one to see Goodfellas, I'll say that first while Tracy on here. I did a couple videos and I showed, yo, where's that at? I want to come check that out. So you're gonna get some visitors in the future because they definitely like the vibe, they like the so you know folks coming, I'm sure. And then you know say it again. I lost you a little bit there, Tracy. You're breaking just a little bit.
Check.
Wi-Fi. She got to be mad at me when he jumped back on. But now while she worked to come back, man, like I said, Goodfellas is a beautiful space. You know, being black owned, you know, makes it a little more special. You know, I mean, I go to lounges all over the country, man. And again, you know, it has that just fit perfectly. You know, with what, you know, I mean, I was looking forward to going back every night. Okay, cool, let's do it. But then the other venues though, like the Porter shit. I mean that, oh man, just I would have thought the dealership we're gonna do one in Orlando point, but we ended up pulling back from it, and then finding out that we were doing this Porsche dealership out Porsche, but it was just a nice setup. You could be inside with the vendors and some music outside and smoke, and then you could be around the cars and watching people taking pictures on the cars and trying to like lean on the car, taking videos. I mean, I took but it was just a good look because when you enjoying themselves in a different type of way, it's the party. It's beyond just music and cigars and everything else. They just outside they got more layers to what they want to do instead of sitting around looking at everybody. So that was a good look. And then
right,
the that space is amazing. Like I showed a couple, it was like, yo, I had no idea Jacksonville looked like that. Because I knew about it. I knew downtown was pretty in Jacksonville, but most when they hear about Jacksonville, all they hear about is Duval, Jacksonville, right? They get a little nervous. But it's a beautiful city, man. Beautiful. And that one call, I would tell you now, we need to lock that in every year, forever.
we got
that's venues I've seen in a minute, and I've done it as one of the most beautiful outdoor venues. And that water, but the way it's laid out and everything is set up down to the water, but you still kind of that was dope. So that's that having that kind of space. To you and your homie, you said you got the folks over there, so that's we gotta stay friends with him.
Oh yeah, we're most definitely good. We just got to get together and just set this date up for next year, October. Man, I'm glad Tracy came up with a great idea into October. Yep. The rain is not a big factor in the summer months. After hours every month, and you dealing in the cigar culture events. I mean, we were just blessed, and I thank the Lord for blessing us this weekend. This past beautiful 4-day weather.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
For sure.
And man, we had a lot. And so give a shout out to Jacksonville from out of town, man. It's 2 years in a row, man. We had major events going on this Cigar Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, Jazz Festival. This year, a lot of people don't know about it unless they went to FAMU and from Florida. The Reebok game got pushed into our week because Jackson State and BCU's playing in Jacksonville. So we had a ton of people that would have been to our event, like the Florida Classic or the Magic City Classic, the Northwest football. So, man, and the people still showed up, which shows that we can still more than one thing can be happening in the city at the same time. For it to be successful. We had a little Lucy downtown as well. So a lot of different things, man, and it was awesome, dude. Man. A little Boosie adult prom.
Let me real quick. Pierre Fenn Jr. said he had a ball, and Lewis Whaley, he just said good evening. And Barbara Joyce. Barbara Joyce, I can't read.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. What up, brother? Yeah, I 2-3 of his. I sent people to his table. That was a real good stick. But yeah, I was gonna say that last year the Jazz Fest happened. Really for us, right? Like one music fest. They was at one music fest between Philly and Atlanta. So we were like, damn, like that. That's gonna hurt. Gonna hurt, but a lot of because music fest is put on by Cat. He's our era. Like we all the same age. So I'm truthfully, if we wouldn't have been in Jacksonville Cigar Fest, I'd have been in One Music Fest too. But
we're gonna make
so,
sure that
you know, that's something I'm gonna text him like, yo, when you, yeah, for sure. I'm like, yo, when you doing, we can coordinate, because I mean, he had thousands of people out. Like, so, you know, and doing it for a minute now, man, he got that thing perfected. So I see your homecoming, brother. But nah, man, like I said, all in all, man, you know, everything looked great. You know, venues were great. You know, obviously some kinks here and there. We all know about everywhere. One event I've ever been a part of where something didn't go wrong. You know, what you gonna do about that, right? But keep moving. You know, prepare for the next time. So, you know, shout out to Derek and shit. The rest of the damn team really know, but I'm meeting people. You know what I'm saying? Like just, you know, people treating me like from the moment I showed up, treating me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything, you good, you straight, what you need, you know, whatever. Just the staff in general, you know, everybody, you know, good fellas, and you know, just the folk. And I know some of the staff, the door girl, because they were last year too. You know, good man. Everybody shows love, man. Feels good to be home, but still feel like you're home. You know what I mean?
great time, man. It was a great, definitely. I think Derek said he was gonna jump in 10 minutes ago. That was 8 minutes jumping in and can give us a
Finish anyway, so.
man. I want
BTT, no, I get on this thing. I'll be on here for like 2 by myself if I need to. I'll just be
wow.
working right down. What's up, down? My share some people. I know she sent some people. That's my motto too. When I do events, I tell people all the time, like, look, just because you told me you can't tell some people to come, because you know somebody won't be there. But yeah, man. Yeah, I get on this thing, man. I start yapping, smoking. But the comments, you get the comments to show up in the stream, but I think because I set up everything, I gotta watch it from my phone. So I'm on. I didn't even go to Twitter.
Mike, who was it? You or BT? Yeah. That mentioned that there was mention of something going on in Jacksonville, and I met some of these guys on Thursday. It was about like 10 tickets, 3 for one night, 8 for another night.
Oh,
that I met.
That was probably BT. He had BT had was in town because they had, and they was looking for somewhere to go, so he had people tickets. I had some folks hit up. Some of them hit up Tony. Right. You know, the website was shut down already, so I just told. So, yeah, man, you know, folks was in town, and then there was other folks that couldn't be, that lived there, that was out of town for other stuff. One homegirl, she had some family stuff she was doing. It was some folks that at their homecoming was that weekend, so they couldn't make it. So I mean, you know, it's onesie twosies, but still, you know, it's sometimes you need the perfect storm of everybody in town. You know, then it's we need a bigger boat.
Man, shout out to the market. Oh yeah, shout out to Tony Maserati, man. He did his thing before we started, man. Everything we asked for him to do, man, he was on top of it as far as the effect of getting stuff out to the people, from selling tickets to producing and Tony Maserati. Well, as long as you don't,
I ain't formally meet the brother. I saw him. Yeah, I saw him, but I ain't formally get to meet him. We was like going back and forth. But like I saw him with him. I turned around, he was gone. I was like, damn, I ain't get to shake the brother's hand. But yeah, man, I know he do his thing. So shout out to Tony Maserati, good brother for sure. I know he was on here for a second. I don't know if he still is. Like I said, man, just positive people, you know. And that's the thing. It's a shame because we like no issue with the people. it's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all, I mean, again, we too old for the dumb shit anyway, but still, you know, bumping into a brother, my bad, brother, my bad. Nah, you good. You know, that kind of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying, ladies complimenting each other, talking about how it's just an overall positive vibe that I think, yes, if I didn't mention, because, you know, sometimes you go to like regular parties and it might not be, it's just, you know, it's just a bunch of people looking at each other, you know, and shaking hands, even if it wasn't no conversation. You know, I don't know how many brothers' hands I shook, made eye contact. What's up, brother? You know, like,
and that's
just,
one thing.
Just watching all of that. I mean, again,
that's one that I mean, I love that you can go on a place, man, and everybody's speaking to each other. There's no you looking at me the wrong way and things like there's just it's just a great fellowship. Great.
Can you read this shirt?
I've never had a bad conversation. I've never had a bad conversation.
Conversation over a cigar.
Oh, there we go. Now,
wore it on purpose, actually, because I ain't wearing this to work today. But that something about it, you know, sitting around smoking. Even if you go, you don't know anybody, you gonna end up talking to somebody. Like, it's inevitable. Like, shit, when I was in Huntsville, I went to just pure conversation, chop.
Beautiful, man.
Who this?
I
Cigar Fest. Getting better every year. Can't wait for next year. That's Lewis.
Most definitely.
But yeah, man, that's why I love doing this. Whether I'm a part of it, whether I'm supporting it, whether I'm just selling cigars at it sometimes. Like, man, you know, between Orlando, Atlanta, Philly, Jacksonville, you know, I ain't been to Charlotte. You know, I met the cat from Charlotte. You know, so we're gonna work out something next year in Charlotte. Was at Tampa last year. Was at there you go. What's up, D?
What's up, fella?
Talking about you ain't shit. Now I'm playing.
You already know.
Just talking about talking about the vibes, man. Just talking about, you know, how things went, man. But what just pop
up? Overall, I thought it went well. I mean, year 2 for year 2 in terms of just the next step in the progression. But everything about it was positive. I thought. I mean, anytime you're doing an event, it's always, you know, the post-mortem when you can look back and see what you can do better. Overall, I was pleased. I was pleased with the turnout. I was pleased with the participation. And of course, our culture in and of itself, I think, was well received. So, yeah, what do you guys think?
Now you
say it again, D.
Good. Keep going.
No, I said overall, I felt you guys feel.
We the same, man. We just, for me, like being at so many, you know, and I'm obviously I'm a little biased,
Right.
but and we just lost them.
Right.
We you know, for me, it's every city has been different, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll give him a chance to come back on. His Wi-Fi probably cut out too. I'm talking shit about people Wi-Fi. My shit gonna cut off because I'm talking shit. But
yours cut off.
Right. Well, not mine cut. It's funny. You'll still be on there until I jump. It's a good thing that it worked that way. way. But nah, man, it's every city is different, like in a good way, to the point where you know, Atlanta and Orlando are similar but still different. You know, Orlando selling sunshine, and even Jacksonville, you really selling a lot. I think people don't not being from Jacksonville, I can say people think of Jacksonville and think sunshine. It's palm trees, it's a beach down the road. You know what I'm saying? You got a waterfront. So Florida, it's the Sunshine State, but it's like everybody's mature, classy. You know, it's more of like a big party, but still look good. Everybody still fly. You know, or Jacksonville got, you know, some of the same folks, also got different folks, right? Like, you know, Orlando, we have folks coming from all over too. We probably got vibe. I don't think I think Jacksonville, we turn to a party once people start drinking, that's for sure. but just all, it had a nice little Jacksonville stamp on it. Start talking to people, you know, people start having a good time, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this is chill. Whereas, you know, up in Philly, you know, so it's a completely different vibe this year. So it was warm. You know, we did it this year, and it was, you know, it was a little chill, but you know, it was warm, so you know, it was a good vibe too, man. There's something about being outside, that sunshine vibe, you know, no matter where you are. So, you know, I would with all the different weeks that have good look for each city on their version, you know, of a cigar fest or a cigar. You know, I see people talk. I'm in all these groups, people talking shit. Like, it's too many cigar weeks. It should be one every goddamn week of the year. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every now and then, some people don't smoke at all. Like, who are we as people for doing something that they actually enjoy doing, and it's general. You know, y'all had freaking there. You know what I'm saying? Helping people prepare for retirement. Half the people there ain't ready for retirement.
Right.
You know, we helping people. It's having a good time. Like, it's more to his folks. You know, like I said, I see a lot of negative stuff sometimes, and I just sometimes I check them because sometimes it's just like, you know what, man, miserable. I can't help that. You know what I mean? Like, each city, you know, keep doing your thing. Like, there's a couple in Houston, you know, in Texas, Dallas, Chicago, you know, good for them. Right? So, you know, just y'all stay true to you know what I'm saying, and do what, because it might not work in Atlanta or even Philly or whatever. So, you know, stick to y'all, you know, stick to what y'all know. Y'all, you know the city. It's the city. You know, stick to that. I'm growing, man. But it's already grown in a year. So, you know, it's only gonna get bigger.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I think I mean, you make a good point when you talk about Jacksonville. What we know, we really, you know, being year two, we really hadn't seen any other cities. So when we developed the Jacksonville one, basically we kind of went based on what worked for this demographic and this market. And so far, like I said, it's been well, and the cigar community has grown here in Jacksonville. You know, I guess since year one, we've probably added a couple more cigar lounges here, and all of them seem to have a pretty good following and are supportive of what we're doing. So, from that perspective, I think you're right, spot on. And I think each city having its own on it is what makes it unique and what makes it attractive to visit. The various, you know, the same thing, not necessarily duplicating, you know, from one city to the next. I think, you know, if I'm traveling around and visiting anything, vacationing or whatever, we all want to see something. We don't want to go to another city and see the same thing we can see back home, right? So from that perspective, I think, yeah, I was pleased with what we're doing. Obviously, bits and pieces as we as we can, and as we continue to progress, you want to, but that core and that base and that foundation, being to this particular area, I think it's going to be key for the long-term success.
Yeah. Sure, to go take roll out in the building. What up, boy?
What's up, bro?
BT?
Say what's up to people, man. Man.
Here have a little.
Yeah, I can read your lips, but I don't know. We'll let BT figure
go
out
out and come back in.
This time, yeah, this time it ain't the Wi-Fi. BT, I know you heard me. Wi-Fi probably gonna.
Boss, what's your perspective
Point right now
on things, bro?
Say it again, D.
Say, what's your perspective on things? I'm sure you've already given it and I missed it, but be interested on things.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go on Facebook and look at the record. But no, man, I mean the vibe. It was a whole different type. It was love. It was more love than the derogatory comments about chinks in the armor. But from everyone that I spoke to, they enjoyed the from the meet and greet to the brunch, man. I want to share on Thursday that we were able to show people that may have just came, make them want to actually purchase tickets when they were there. And I know we sold 20, 30 from just the vibe they saw there. All of the JAX Cigar Fest t-shirts, it was only 3 left, and that was because they were 3 and 4 X's. Out of we double on JAX Cigar Fest shirts for 2020. I mean, I'm tired. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are probably a little exhausted, but man, well worth it. You know what I'm saying? For the whole weekend. I mean, most people put on it in 3 months at our age, but to put on 4 days of events and Mike had a 7-day event in Atlanta, man, that's a lot. And you got 14 actually get through that, and we did. There was a ton. Yeah, sure, as far as the support team we had, because I think me and Derek probably broke a couple things on our truck in year 1. We were stuffed and pushed everywhere, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds for so many different. Kudos on the Porsche dealership, man. How did you guys get this? Oh my gosh, this is my event. This is one. We took a picture in front of the Porsche car, the Porsche sign out front. He wouldn't leave. I mean, he stayed to the end. I mean, we were like last. Yeah, it was a good vibe.
Yeah, all the way around, man. Like I said, I was filling BT in a little bit since he couldn't make it, and just and like it just, like I said, it's being in events in general, like 20 some odd years myself in Philly and other cities too, but mostly Philly. Nobody else can get, always the kicker, because it's like, oh damn, I gotta go just to see what that vibe's gonna be like. You know what I mean? Like, just on the strength. I was putting out there whatever for the Porsche dealership. It's like, oh, that shit gonna be dope. Folks was just, they was hyped. You know what I mean? So, and again, I ain't know until Sweets, you sent me that picture that day. As soon as you sent it to me, I sent it to BT. I was like, yo, look at this shit. Like, that's crazy. Like hands down, that's the best. I don't care about no rooftops. I don't care about nothing. So definitely looking forward to that shit next year for sure. But like I said, you know, like I was saying, the young BT, I let him jump in and say something. Stick, you know what I mean? Don't worry about what's going on everywhere else. Jacksonville, like I said, we'll get more. The more people see what it looked like, you know, the venues got better. You know, nothing better looking venues. Folks gonna see it like, damn.
Sure.
I mean, people already. So you know, we got it down. We booking flights. We this, we that. So, you know, we definitely have more people next year from out of town. I mean,
yeah, Mike, from your experience,
Jacksonville folk, they all met because I felt.
Right.
In your experience, Mike and BT, how do you keep them going throughout the year versus just a few months before? In your experience, what have you seen that works in terms of being able to to keep the interest and the awareness throughout the year?
Well, like for me, and I know Mike probably feels the same way. I know that like you just got to do like kind of, I don't know if this is the right term, but you got to just do like little pop-ups. You know what I'm saying? And you do those pop-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like every other month, or something like that. Hey, Jacksonville Cigar Weekend, or Jacksonville Cigar Fest presents whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people use stilettos and heels or whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm just using that name. Don't, I'm not saying use that name, but you just got to do little things to keep people interested, to know that it's not just one hit a quitter. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep people engaged, and the way you keep people engaged, and even out because even though you're right in Jacksonville, it's still a lot of people in Jacksonville that don't even know what Cigar Fest weekend. You know what I'm saying? It happens in every city. You know what I'm saying? So how do you keep that in? How do you get those other people? You get those other people by doing little small events. Hey, we're having something, a Saturday kickback at Goodfellas or something like that, and you just do those types of things, and
Right.
find, so you and I know I can only kind of equate it to Atlanta and maybe some of the other cities we go. I don't know what the cigar culture. I don't know if there's a particular cigar culture in Jacksonville. I don't know if there's like cigar groups, in Jacksonville. If if they are, find a way to get connected to those people, and invite those people. Say, hey, we want to have, blah 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 host at Goodfellas, and you bring those people. You're gonna bring those people. They're gonna bring their people, and then those people, that's gonna be like, hey, I didn't even know it was a Jacksonville Cigar Fest. So then the next week you got, so and so men of whatever, or hey, if you're some ladies groups, because like I said, I know Tracy or whoever, they at the lounge, or do whatever, they got some, do a ladies, host have the ladies host a Saturday, or something like that. And that's how you just gotta get people engaged. You don't want to oversaturate, but you want to do something to keep people leading up. So when it is coming, the anticipation, oh man, I gotta get my tickets. Man, did y'all see them boys had the Porsche dealership last year? Did y'all see it was hosted by two dope chicks? Did you see it was hosted by, blah blah blah? You got Diamante Roja there, you got, what I'm saying? Like, so people start seeing those things, and you'll get the surrounding areas. You get the people that, down to, like I said, down to Orlando. You get people that are, into the lower parts of Georgia, or even, say Atlanta coming down. You get people, from the Panhandle coming, further. Because I know there's like a cigar fest that was somewhere in the Panhandle. I can't think of what city it was, but there was one that was promoted maybe in like 2021. So you just got to just find those little pockets of people and just stay engaged. And the thing about it too is just being cordial. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk to people, and you got to talk to people in a certain way to understand the culture. And you got to understand, like Mike, Mike said it earlier. Every city is different. So y'all define what Jacksonville Cigar Fest is. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anybody else define it. You live in Jacksonville. I can't bring Atlanta to Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atlanta's culture is different. Philly's culture is different. You know what I'm saying? Dallas is different. carve out what you the vision that you see for Jacksonville. Write it down. See if any of that really matches up with what goes on in Duval County, and then you go from there. You carve out your culture. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just kind of, that's how I feel about it.
Points,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate that.
I say, I mean, all of that. But the other thing too, use that social media, man. Like, and I mean, obviously, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do, maybe a monthly event or maybe even once a quarter, you ain't got to overdo it, but you got to stay relevant. And
Sure.
I know, pay attention. I'll be live on Facebook dinner every day. I got events going on in Philly once a month. So and I'll get on there and I'll talk and check in on people. And by the way, we in Jacksonville this weekend, we in Atlanta next weekend night or whatever. And it don't gotta be, but just y'all in business about that. But scene, not that is so. Deal with the people, man. Make sure they know. They don't necessarily have to know exactly who you are. Be successful behind the scenes. It doesn't necessarily have to, and everybody's, but somebody got to be talking about JAX Cigar Fest. Even if it's just a post, even if maybe on the JAX Cigar Fest page, from this event, up a story every and just relevant. There's ways to schedule that stuff too. So I mean, like week, you can sit back and spend like scheduling probably the next, I think, couple weeks ahead. Just get it out and it's done. You ain't got to work. College kid do it, but look, reminds them like whenever you got the date set, that's the thing. Boom, JAX Cigar Fest next year, October. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Get that out just because it's fresh in everybody's mind still. Folks that think about it, still connecting with people that they met, man. So some of the vendors, or just some of the people in general, like a couple of them that I met there, so stuff like that, man. It's all people. It's all about just staying engaged any way you can, and truth, what works for you, but if you're uncomfortable, try to make that shit comfortable. I'm a talker, but ski talker. So we used to him and get him talking, do these little sip and smokes, and get him talking a little bit, just because we know that's not his cup. So y'all know, but still, whatever, say y'all like whatever y'all space is.
Yep.
Besides that, but if you don't do a lot of, that's there's a chance to kind of jump. To stay engaged. I mean, Sweets, you got the clothing store. Tell people where it is too, by the way. But you got, maybe you got something, info in there, even if it's just a poster, a picture, the logo or something, so people see it. Because that's what it boils down to. I see it. Like one of the things that me and BT do, like you see he got on that sweatshirt, people see that logo, they sometimes more than they know who we are, and put two and two together. Well, like with a point to put that shit on. Our Instagram's on the bottom, but I ain't got the logo on here, but the Instagram's on the bottom of the shirt. Like, just them jackets, like wear them joints. You know what I'm saying? Regular Saturday, you see it. It's about people seeing that stuff, man. Even if you don't know when the date, JAX Cigar Fest, somebody go, oh, it's a JAX Cigar. You know what I mean? And then, boom, send them to the IG page. Like I do a lot of QR code stuff too. Code in my phone. Somebody want to get on my Instagram. Do that with the JAX Cigar Fest page. Because you want to, once you got people going there, right? You ain't got to be running the streets every weekend, going to all lounges all the time. But, you still, if you go somewhere to smoke, you might as well talk about JAX Cigar Fest. I think those couple things, that'll help. You know, I mean, obviously y'all, you know, it's not like y'all need a lot of help, like promotional, but just from a longevity perspective, you know, you'll be able to do events. I mean, you guys do events anyway, like I said, so it's not like to keep it moving. You just gotta keep talking about it, man.
Yeah, no, those are all good points. I think the other thing that, you know, and doing more of is when you think about the balance, right? I mean, there's an entertainment aspect. You know, obviously the cigar aspect is the core, right? So, you know, making sure we're able to keep that balance throughout, so it's not shifted towards, let's say, the entertainment or the party side, because you have a lot of, right? And the uniqueness of the event is that it's centered around the cigar culture, maintaining that balance. And one of the things that James and I discussed this past week was, you know, making sure we keep the focus on that part of it. It's our vendors, you know, the novices as well as the seasoned, so that, you know, you never lose that focus, and it's not just another. There is kind of that core and that focal point, which is the cigar culture. There's an educational aspect of it as well, right? In terms of, you know, the cigar has a mystique to it for the novices, or for those that are just get, so, you know, capitalizing on that aspect and kind of on, you know, what it means, what it does, you know, how you go about it, the different flavor, the whole, something I think we'll have to delve more into that we haven't done a lot of, and focusing on the educational aspect of the whole cigar experience.
Yep. And another thing I'll say kind of validates what I'm about to say. You want to cater to the ladies in a way that even if they don't smoke, they feel comfortable, and
right.
You know, they're having a good time too. Smoke because they do, but a lot of women like to be around good dudes, and for the most part, you and us are good dudes too. Even if it's just, you know, not trying to holler at nobody, nothing like that. Some good dudes have a real good conversation, and that's all it was. You know, like, you know, like I'm looking at Blondiva, you know, she said she really had Kelly, I'm attending Cigar Fest, had a great time, cannot wait to come next one. So that's what I mean. And when she's saying the next one, I guarantee she'll probably be there.
Sure.
Ain't that right, Kelly? But it's just, you know, there's so many different love it. And I mean, I'll tell you the points, right? Y'all had a band, y'all had the two vendors, y'all had the whole vibe at the dealership with the old school, with the new Porsche, and the indoor, outdoor. You had the food outside, and, you know, the cigar, the mobile stores outside. You know what I mean? Like that whole, you know, the tables, the, you know, everything. It's just so many different layers, and you know, people don't always, from outside looking in, people don't see that all the time. They just see people, and they see them, and they, you know, smell some cigar smoke, right? But you know, y'all, man, and it just, I like the venue Saturday better. The shit was dope, but the I think from a vibe perspective, probably the best vibe because of all the different layers. I mean, not to have something similar on Saturday, you know, that the dealership, the cigar mix, I think, you know, you mentioned Mystique. I kind of that it's almost like a status, you know, symbol, you know, to a certain, just because it's like shit. We have everybody can, right? To be there and to feel like they afforded that night, man. Like I know something that way. So, like saying I'm also not for no Porsche, but I feel like I can tonight. Her exact words. I just happened to walk by here and say that shit. So, you know, stuff like that, man. People, that and they like, oh man, I had, even they might not have danced, even a drink, but they had a time because of the vibe and all that stuff like that. I'd keep that in mind too. All next year, to be honest, because I think it's something to look forward to now.
Sure.
It's better unless y'all got an idea. Rooftop downtown. I forget who said it. I think Joe said it. Joe last name, but y'all know Joe. Oh, light skin boy.
Few of them down there. Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's a rooftop. So I mean, he mentioned that. People like rooftops too, but from a space perspective, all the people that was out there, I don't know if I would work because
Right.
whatever. Like I said, I personally, from a venue perspective, because y'all did a great job picking the venues.
Right.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, but to piggyback on what you're saying, Mike, about venues is, when you start, when you set a precedent, like from what I saw, because when Mike sent me that picture of the setup on Saturday, I was like that, I was like, whoa, like that shit with water in the back or whatever. I was like, damn, I was like, damn, I need to hop in my car and ride these 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how much time is gonna take me to get to Jayville to try to get some of this backdrop? You know what I mean? I'm like, the thing go from 4 to midnight. I said, if I leave right about now, you sent me that picture about 2 o'clock. I was like, I probably still have about a good 4 hours to parlay down there, but. But like I said, venue wise, like I said, it's every year you should strive to make something a little bit better. And it doesn't have to be venue. It could be, like you said, it could be logistically, something can be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, not saying that there was anything bad, just I wasn't there. I'm just saying like something you should look forward to, hey, assess after it's all over. Okay, we did this last year. We had the horse dealership, we had the riverfront, we had, this and that. Okay, the Porsche dealership was great. Okay, if we can continue to get that venue, let's make that a stickler because everybody can't get, like you said, everybody doesn't have the ability to have that type of venue. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, going forward, the vibe from what people got from the Saturday, from the day party. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, do you make that day party shorter and do something on the back end? You know what I'm saying? I mean, was the time frame right? You know what I'm saying? Because you say 4, people ain't gonna get that to 6. You know what I mean? Like, so do you have, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's what people don't see is that's an extra 2 hours of DJ we paid for. That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's an extra whatever. Okay, it starts at 4. We was there at 1 setting up. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there from 1 to freaking 1 in the morning because I got to clean up and break down. So I've done a full 12-hour shift. Like, I'm just saying, like, logistically, when it comes to that, but do we have the right type of vendors? Do we have the right mix of vendors? Do we make sure that every vendor that we have, or we don't have anybody that's cutting out somebody else? You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like those are things. You know what I'm saying? If I have somebody that sells jewelry, I shouldn't have 2 people at the same event that selling jewelry. I shouldn't have 2 people selling fedoras at a space. And I know everybody does their fedoras or whatever stuff differently or whatever, but to allow that person, it all depends on the size of the venue. Because I know here, if the venue is large enough and there's a good mix of people, you can have similar people but not the same. So you want to give everybody, and the vendors too, you want to make sure that they have, from what they invested into the weekend as well, that they have the opportunity to promote their brand as well. And also too, you should, and I don't know how much people did it because I know that we promoted, we did, but your vendors and those people that are going to be there, I mean, they got to promote too. You know what I'm saying? They got to promote, not just they're going to be there, they got to promote the whole weekend too, leading up to it. So, you that's just like little things that can go on, man. But from standpoint of what I saw, like, so I had some friends that came down and stuff like that. So I mean, from what I was able to see, man, it looked like a great weekend, man. Like a really great weekend. Everybody dipped out. Everybody turned around.
I'm still here. I'm saying this, bro. I'm here.
Oh yeah. Oh, he you on mute?
Yeah, I'm still.
No, I said he's on.
I'm
mute.
just playing. Can you hear me, BT?
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. No, I hear you. But no, I mean, like, like I say, every city is different. Just like I said, just do things. Like I said, just assess what went on this year, what worked, what didn't work, and going forward. You know what I mean? Like I said, in a year's time, like Mike said, there might be a different venue that pops up that you're able to get, and it's the spot where what I'm saying, gonna make a great event.
Right.
But like I said, the main thing is stay consistent. If Black Ash is the theme for that, whatever, let people know. You know what I'm saying? That's the theme for that day. So everybody already preparing, they all black or whatever it is, the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So that people don't have to guess, oh well, last year was black and this year is green. And this, you know what I'm saying? If it's Black Ash and you know what I'm saying, just leave it consistent, and that way people are prepared, going forward.
Or pink like me. Because I wasn't putting on that hot ass suit. It was hot.
Or do what Mike Jackson does at every event, just doesn't follow the rules and puts on whatever he wants to put on.
Hey man,
but he almost
was in 90 degrees at 4 o'clock.
Right, and that's another thing.
But
I mean, Jacksonville,
to not wear that suit, man. Because October is still, it was like 85 that day,
Right. So that's another thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because last year,
you started at 4 and it was hot. So do you start a little later?
Yeah. I could have worn that suit last year. And this year it's hot. It's like, damn it. By the time they had the suit on, I would have had to stay underneath the little covering. I'd have been all right. Plus, I had to support my homie. Had to name me a shop against Sweets.
Over the years, man, we appreciate that support. And then that's one of the things that we try to do, Cigar Fest, but anything that we do is cross promote, right? Because we all have, multiple things and use these opportunities to cross promote various brands. It's definitely a positive stuff. You guys, and also everybody that came out and leading up to the event that showed came by in preparation for the event. You made it up, hosting things at the store, which we do. Leading up to, very typically do a pop up, or we might do a happy hour at the store or whatever. But to your earlier point in terms of using have going on as a way to continue to push this particular brand is definitely a good idea.
Sir, just add it to the. You already doing it, basically. Just add it. just add Cigar Fest to what you're doing. That's all.
That's right.
So, you already reaching people, giving them something else.
Sure.
I don't know if you got for the store, but maybe one of your promotions is Cigar Fest, right? Doesn't really matter. All the same anyway. But why not best sponsor? Memorial Day sale or whatever. So just to get people saying it. That's like when we came up with Diamante Roja, and they saying it. So
right.
They see the logo. I know that logo. I know that. I have a shirt on somewhere. They're like, oh yeah, we do our job. Just keep doing it.
Sure.
Literally try to be everywhere with it. So different. You in Vegas, wear a JAX Cigar Fest t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like go to Sugar Daddy Cigar Lounge or JAX Cigar Fest t-shirt, right? You know what I mean? Like that's the way to do it. You know, like but homie that does Philly Cigar Week here, Philly Cigar. I swear he got like 100 Philly cigars. I hope you see this every day somewhere. But guess what? Why not? Like that's how
Right.
you know that's how you do it. That's
Gets people talking.
started the t-shirts. I was like, BT. Say it again.
I just said marketing 101, man. You gotta rep your brand.
Mm-hmm. Right. If you ain't doing it, ain't about to do it. Like every time these lives, something. Diamante or whatever. You know what I mean? If I'm out and about, if I go out of town or go to the airport, you know, even with the infusions, we got on infusion somewhere. You know.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I went to the store, but it was closed. I got to the mall. I'm walking around the mall with it. You know, stuff like that, man. It's just it's all, you know, it's the stuff. You know.
Yeah.
You just look at people. So
Sure. Yeah.
Y'all get it. Like I said, y'all on it. It's just a matter of adding this later.
On the cigar vendors and the products themselves, how do you incorporate, or should you even look to incorporate both boutique and your brand manufacturers, or is it more niche where you want to boutique brands in these festivals or whatnot?
Yeah, so me and B luxury, like we sell everything. So, you know, we push the boutique brand specific. That was one of the brands that we started pushing when we were doing Brotherhood, and you know,
Sure.
it's important for people to know, you know, this is a Black-owned brand. You know, I bought 20 yesterday. It was a bunch of non-Black people. And I'm right here. I said, oh, let me try that. You know what I mean? Because right now, but still, it's like it wasn't cool to us. But
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to your point, some people are looking for, you know, a brand. You know, some people want to smoke that My Five, the Leaf, or whatever else. Still support, you know, that boutique brand. And oh, this is your stuff. So like when our table's set up, we usually have all the Black-owned brands, the Leafs, and the, you know, whatever else, and CAOs kind of behind that, and you know, let people, you know, we'll push them to the front, but you know, they want what they want, so we're gonna let them buy what they want to buy, as long as they, from a vendor perspective, obviously the boutique brands are always a plus, but opportunity to have like a you know, a General Cigar come down, right? Like I talk to Cigars International all the time, and I'm trying to one of these weeks, but they, you know, they've been kind of pulling Cigar Fest. Truthfully, they're the original. It's actually called Fest. They've been doing it for I don't know how many years, but it's been going for a long time. You know, but their thing is about all the brands too. So you know, it's like you get a distributor and have all the brands, and then maybe put some extra marketing behind. That's kind of what we do, but obviously they got. Everybody knows. Everybody knows these bigger companies. You know, having something like that, that's only going to be a plus. You know, it got to be worth their while, obviously.
Sure.
But they buy. You know, talk to. I don't know if you talk to the vendors yet, but you know, they'll tell you how well they didn't do. You know, they're usually open about, I ain't made no money this time or whatever. They'll tell you. You know, and then you know, figure out ways to say, all right, it's better for you. You know, how can we help you? Right? Maybe we out all our. You know, maybe we. You know, throw your logo out there every night. You know, just because, like the JAX Cigar, right? Like, you know, just shouting out the vendors like throughout this past year, just to get pub. You know, because they appreciate that, right? They getting, you know, this kind of after the fact when they have everybody's attention. So to answer your question, I'd say both, basically.
Yeah, and just to
Yeah,
add
that
to just to add to Mike, like what you said, when you had a boutique brand is great. And if you're gonna have, someone that is that sells all the brands, just have one person that sells all of the brands. Like Mike was saying, for us, if we do an event and we know that Conscious Cigars is going to be there, although we have a contract or we have um, we're connected with Kevin, and we won't have Conscious on our table because he's there. It doesn't make sense to
sure.
have his product on our table when he's there. You know what I'm saying? And you also don't want two vendors of the same vein. So you don't want someone like us and then have somebody else there that has that's doing the same exact thing. It's counterproductive. You know what I mean? And not to have one particular person pigeonholing or capitalizing solely, but the boutique brands are want to come out because they need that exposure. You know what I mean? And they want that exposure. Somebody that has access to all cigars like we do, we're going to stay away from those boutiques, that we have those contracts with, and we're going to focus on, because we're gonna have the Cohibas and the Leafs and all that stuff at our table. The Conscious that we can get, hey, where we tell people at all the stuff we do, hey, Conscious is over there, Atlanta Cigar Company is over there, Empress Cut is there. You know what I'm saying? If we know that they're going to be there, we're not going to carry those cigars on that day. If it's somebody that's not there that's a boutique brand, then we will put it on our table. You know what I'm saying? And we will give them that exposure, like Mike said, front and center, to say, hey, this is a black-owned brand. So, like I said, just find out, like I said, from your vendors, what their thoughts were over the entire weekend. And I know it's difficult because you get a lot of vendors that come on at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't. They're like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it?
Right.
And this and that. But also too, I know what Mike and I do a lot of times. We'll see different posts from different people, and we'll repost it on the Diamante page. Just around. I mean, it might not even somebody that we really connected with. Somebody that we may have had a conversation with, but we'll promote their thing. That's thing. We get tagged on something that they're doing. You know what I mean? And so we're getting their audience too. We're getting a piece of their audience, and they're getting exposed to some of our audience as well. You know what I mean? Somebody that didn't know about whatever it is that they're selling. So, that's most of the ways, like you said, cross promoting. But getting those vendors to also, as they do their recap for the weekend, hey, big shout out to Jacksonville Cigar Fest, blah blah blah, this and that. Get your, make sure you hashtag everything. Come up with a set of hashtags. Copy and paste them hashtags on every freaking post. So when somebody clicks on Jacksonville, something from Jacksonville Cigar Fest pops up. Somebody click on Duval. I mean, you got to do stuff like that because people, it just is what it is, and that's how you get clicks that you weren't even expecting. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, man. That's it.
Anything new in the comments?
No, we got a couple new. Melanie McInerney, that's my high school mate. Got my 30th reunion coming. Getting old. I'm younger than. What's up, April? April Smith.
Right. I'm like you younger than me.
I'm class of 92.
Yeah, 30. Dude, I did 30 like 3 years ago.
I already had my 30th.
When we born, right?
Yeah. Long time ago.
Right. But now, man, it's like I said, folks, what'll happen with this? Once I get the video, it usually takes about 30 minutes, but I probably won't post it till like tomorrow. I'll put it out on. We can put it on. Oh, careful. We put it on. It almost fell down the step. But I'll put it on the Instagram and then on the Instagram page, Cigar Fest page too, so folks can see this on the page too, and it'll get views. Like watch for a whole how long been on? They probably won't watch the whole hour, but they'll sit and chill and watch snippets of it. You know what I'm saying, and get a feel for what they saw, and what we talk. This is the promo.
Right.
Sometimes they'll see this. I'm going next year. Just by seeing some people talking about it. So that's the one thing that we haven't done enough of, or we didn't do enough of. I was putting like that's where me and BT really can help. We didn't do a lot of it this year because we just had a lot of shit going on, to be honest.
Right.
But we would get on and just do lives and talk it up. You know what I'm saying? We'll get on here, smoke and talk basically, and then Jacksonville Cigar Fest coming up. I mean, early in the year, we put out all the cigar weeks. JAX was in there too. So I mean,
Right.
we started it even before we really started it. We put that together in like January. It was January.
Yeah.
So folks,
Yeah, right. So much, folk.
But
Right.
yeah, folks page like, hey, add us. Whatever we know about this, we know about that. Some folks was just thanking the thing that was going on. So, little stuff like that, thing next year. But just again, it's all about information, man. All about the information, getting in front of people, and let them make the decision on whether or not they can make it. It's just life. We can't go to all the weeks. It's like I don't know how many. It's probably about 30 cigar weeks right now. There's festivals or whatever, and we can't make all of them. But we at least know. So next year is important, right? Like I think maybe about 5-6 months ago, but having a date. I mean, I think it was TBD. We think we did like October TBD, something like that, on the link. We're gonna do these dates. I was like, so little stuff like that, man. But just again, it's all about chopping it up. Sometimes it's just back during the pandemic. We were doing these sip and smokes during the pandemic, and we just people. So if wasn't nobody outside like that, I mean, but one I'm in my shed in the backyard. We smoking. We been on this thing from like 6 o'clock to like just talking. Everybody had nowhere to go. Now everybody got places to go, so it's harder to find a time to just get people to chill. But every now and then, do that. Get on the live, and even if it's just you and Ross, so, me, I get on and talk anytime. Little stuff like that, and get people excited about it, man. Get them talking. You get talking, chop it up anyway. So you're gonna sit back in a given week,
right? You're gonna do that anyway, right?
So sometimes if I got the opportunity, I'll do it, and I'll sit back on the laptop. I'll be grilling. I'll be like, you know what? Let me get on here and talk a little shit while I'm grilling. Why not? Nothing. But somebody will chime in the comments and trigger talking for an hour. Or somebody will jump on with me and we talking for an hour and a half. It could be the Sixers, it could be, sports. It don't even matter. But the underlying, Cigar Fest or Atlanta Cigar Fest, like we make sure we insert that in the conversation, and it's it's easy. Like if you think about it, it's easy because again, it's just doing it in front of get 200 people to see this video before it's all said and done, in the next week or two. So knows how many people will watch it between now. So it'll get
right.
So yeah, man, that's be that simple. It's just a matter of figuring out stuff that you are
most
a little less than 3 months left in the year. What's on deck? I mean, from a cigar for the balance of the year. Anything noteworthy?
We got, well, for us three, not you, we got FAMU homecoming in a couple weeks, and we do
Weekend, we're gonna show y'all how to handle that, man.
yeah. Y'all owe us classic weekend from last year, so
yeah.
FAMU homecoming, and we do a big that Thursday. It's a big event. I mean, we
Okay.
you know, we had more people than the venue could hold last year. You know, so that's the next thing on from a cigar perspective. Like, I'm events in Philly. That's why I rolled out early on Sunday, because I had Sunday night. But I'll pick that back up in April, in December for my birthday. But it won't be, it ain't gonna be outside. But and then we got
what is the
what else do we? What we got? Nothing else coming up. Tampa got the Cigar Heritage Festival December. It's usually the first weekend. That's coming up. I mean, it'll be individual events in each city, but like big stuff, I don't think it's any more cigar weeks left. I think y'all pretty much closed it out.
Not until,
to be honest. Oh wait,
Right.
Puerto Rico.
Right.
Puerto Rico is
December, first weekend of December. That's right.
yes.
Cynthia
That's also the
and all them.
first weekend of December. Puerto Rico Cigar Fest.
Right.
Going on the schedule though. I don't think it was any
Mm-hmm.
one. I don't think there was anything in November.
No,
It's one that we don't know about yet. I think they were trying to start one in Cali and LA, but I hadn't heard. But I mean, yeah, it would be 7 states or out west at this point, because it's too cold. It's too cold.
It's gonna be too cold
above Virginia. Yeah, above as far west as Chicago and all that.
Above North Carolina is gonna be a wrap.
Right.
You guys
Right.
ever do the Vegas event?
Oh, Big Smoke. Big Smoke.
We were gonna.
Big Smoke is in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, Big Smoke.
I think that's
They
in
also
November. I
have,
think that's in November, right?
Yeah, TPE in January. I went to that last year. That was like you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's dope, but it's not really events beyond. You kind of on your own after 5 o'clock. But I mean, it's more so if you're ingrained in the industry, whether it's a lounge owner, brand owner, you in those types, to be honest. But some cigars out there that you can sample, and there's a lot of people out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think really going into the year, probably be February for Black Smoke Miami. That'll probably be the next one.
Yeah, I'm a Derek at home.
He's gonna do it again in February. Say it again.
Coming out Thursday night in Tallahassee, brother. Homecoming.
Yeah, come on up to Tallahassee.
Going up Thursday, Ross. Yeah, that's when is that? The 26th?
27th.
Yep. October 27th. Telling you, it's gonna be. Whew. I mean, homecoming week officially starts on Monday, but like the alumni vibe starts that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Where's what
bananas?
It's called Railroad Square. I guess what's called. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right foot of campus. Like if you familiar with the campus, leaving campus, headed towards Florida State. Is that Wanish Way? Is that Wanish Way? I should know that.
Mm-hmm. I think Wanish going toward Gaines, right?
Yeah, going towards Gaines, like before you get to Gaines, to the left. It's like back that way. They got there now too. It used to be a swamp. So real dope venue, man.
Right.
It's not quite.
Oh, he said the Spur.
It's close to the campus.
that man mentioned the Spur. Good God Almighty.
It's closer to campus than the Spur. If you remember where the Q House used to be, like at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, that's a roundabout right there. So
yeah, yep.
You said the Spur.
Okay.
He said the Spur. You
Yes,
said
he
the Spur
did.
Ross?
Yeah.
The Spurs still there? The Spurs
It's
not
some,
there anymore.
it's something else now. It's something else. It's a gas station right there. It's not called Spur anymore. Though.
But it's
It's
amazing
probably
that
like a Sunoco.
you're along Derek.
I know about that Spur.
Yeah, I mean, you too close to Tallahassee to not be surprised.
Yeah, man.
So plus, I think one had BCU, the other had went to Fast.
Yeah. And we just hang out in both places.
Sure.
It is.
I would too. If I was only 2 hours from fam, I was younger, at least.
Right.
That's what's. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I think I'm good. Actually, my freshman class is happening right now. I gotta jump on that. I got to bring it in right. Got to be to the school. So got some events. Well, truth, I'm doing.
That's what's up.
They're gonna be tied too. So yeah, I think we had about 110,000 so far. So we trying to, we can't do it like
That's a good look.
like Alpha Z did, because the nukes we done how much money we done gave BT through the frat? Almost 300,000 or more.
More than that. It's close to like half a million almost. It's like
by now, yeah. So my freshman class, we trying to do our part, but gotta get back to the school, man. Got to. Our schools, to be honest, all these
absolutely
to do that, man. Like, I see, because not that it doesn't happen, but I haven't seen it the way 5 years. I hadn't seen it done. I just happened to donate my little $50 a couple years ago, and I saw a big ass $147,000 check. I was like, $50 of that.
We need it, man. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, well, hey, look. All the
fellas, man, I appreciate
schools like Mars Brown went through what they went through.
But I think, man, before we close out, I just want to say I appreciate that you guys are giving us, man. And we, like I said, we started this a year ago with your help and helping us navigate the whole, the whole festival vibe from a grassroots perspective, as well as, the guidance and the mentorship, the whole cigar culture. We really appreciate it, man. And we're looking forward to continue to build on this partnership, looking to you guys to continue to mentor us in this area, man. So we really appreciate, we'll have fun together, party together, but, more importantly, we look forward to just, thank you guys for all you've done to help us make this, this.
Man, we appreciate,
No, I was just seconding what Derek said. I second that. Go ahead, brother.
True that. Yeah, we, like I said, man, we appreciate it to be involved. Necessarily want folks not from their city being involved with what they're doing. So, and I get that too, right? But not open, like, y'all come on down, help us out. Let's do this. Let's do. We're gonna give you what we got. We'll help out where we can and do what we can do, and obviously bring out of town, try to help. but yeah, man, like I said, y'all red carpet, man. Like every time I'm in town, even if it's just a simple shout out from a DJ, they ain't got to do that, right? Recognize, when I came in last year, DJ was like, the Amate in the building. I didn't even know who the DJ was at the time. Did y'all part too? I'm saying, make sure folks know, like, look, James, when I walked in Thursday night, I had 2 feet in there, and you want to shout me out, even though you said I was from Atlanta, but that's okay.
Hey, he was talking about the connected flight.
Nah, But like I said, man, it's all love. Like I said, I met had a good time from that perspective. Like I said, I'm ready. Whenever y'all ready, we ready.
Well, we appreciate it, bro. And we got to shout out the other partners. James, AJ Reese Clothier, Carl Williams. Alumni Entertainment by Ross and Jermaine Mango Sweets. Ultimate CEO. Appreciate everybody involved, man. We're going to continue to build as a collective, and of course, the Row House. So thank you guys again, man. We appreciate it.
Roha.
Cool.
Roha.
You got anything, BT?
Ha.
Yeah, no S.
I mean, no S. But I mean, just again, man, thank you to you guys and the whole team, to everybody that's involved, Ernest, and the parts that he plays as well. And I do say this, I mean, publicly, man, like, huge shout to my partner Mike. Mike is everywhere. He keeps the Diamante brand in the faces of people. So I have to give a major shout to him. He coming from Philly, coming to Jacksonville. I'm closer to him, and he getting there. So I mean, like I said, I know that like I said, my kids and stuff they got going on with baseball, sports, and stuff like that, man. So I wanted to be there, but I'm making some major plans, man. Next year, third time's a charm. I'm gonna make my way down to Duval County. And we're gonna make some things happen in Jacksonville, man. But just thank y'all. Thank you to the whole team. Thank you to all the venues. Thank you to the vendors. Thank you to everybody that was involved. People that wanted to be there that couldn't, and those that are telling people right now to prepare for next year. So we look forward to the things that y'all gonna do in the next year, the events that you're gonna do in the next year. And if we know in advance enough, you never know. We might not say nothing to do whatever. Next thing you know, we probably do. We'll be promoting this. We look up and we there. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how it is. Or even like I said, Mike has things that kicks off in the spring with the the Mushaloo that he does the party. So I flew in for 18 hours just to be there to celebrate my birthday. Hey, fly on up there to Philly. Jacksonville Cigar Fest in the building, and going back to Duval. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the types of things that go on. And like I said, also too, and I know I want to get long with it, but go to some of these other other cigar weeks, be it Atlanta or whatever this and that, and have on your Jacksonville Cigar Fest stuff. It's that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And you're not impeding. But you are also notifying when you're there. People are like, dang, Jacksonville Cigar Fest. I ain't no Jacksonville Cigar Fest. Hey, we're going into our third year. We looking forward to see y'all there. You know what I'm saying? You need the link. Like I said, here goes the QR code. You want information, go to JAX Cigar Fest. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram. You just, show up, and they gonna start saying, hey man, them Jacksonville Cigar Fest boys in the building. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's gonna be.
That's it, man. That's how, the one thing about the cigar culture that is the same in the cities is the love is the same. If folks, they see shirts, they see y'all, they're like, oh, appreciate, we got come. Maybe we didn't know, maybe they didn't know, maybe they just, again, they ain't want to go Jacksonville, maybe they was afraid, right? But at the end of the day, it's an amazing time. They see y'all supporting them. That's the other side of it, and that's that internal in cities, but that's also they're gonna feel obligated. If any sense about them, they're gonna feel obligated. Came to support my joint. I check them out at least one night. If they can't come Thursday, come Friday night or Saturday. But just pop through, show love, man. Like, I know TK from Black Smoke Miami, he was a Jacksonville. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think boom, Black Smoke Miami. He probably knowing him, he probably had on a t-shirt, but still he was there. But stuff like that, man. It's you got to try to venture out, and everybody don't do it, but at the same time, we had Atlanta Cigar Week down in Orlando. So we had, the Octavia, Nato, she does a big She Smokes 2 party in Atlanta, and it's the truth in Atlanta Cigar Week too, and her party Friday night in Orlando. You know, collaboration like that sometimes is also a good look, just to tie it all in. You know, when it makes sense. You know, when it makes sense. So,
Sure.
you know, like I said, shout out to Kevin Garcia at Pop. Still watch. What's up, Kev? He's in. Well, it's during FAMU homecoming, but you got to meet. I think it's at one of the lounges there. So, you know, if you in Dallas, check out Kevin King. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, y'all, I'm gonna sign off my cigar. So appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be
Appreciate you, fellas.
Tribal James right now. So
Big game,
right,
James.
I'll get with y'all.
Oh yeah.
Go Phillies, BT.
Hey, we ride with them Cowboys this weekend, Mike.
Let's go. Oh Lord.
Oh,
I'll see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm be out there. You know, game time on
Yeah,
Cowboys.
man.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it
See
should
you
be a good one.
night, man.
Hopefully,
All right,
All right,
y'all.
get with y'all, man. Y'all
We'll
safe.
see y'all.
good night, man.